Hello. Do you beat yourself up when you aren't on track on your designated trajectory that you've planned out for your life? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel upset with yourself? Do you berate yourself for mistakes you make along the way? I think the reason we do these things is because we have noble intentions. We absolutely want to seek our highest potential in this experience. We want to be the best we can. And we want to continue to grow and evolve to a highest timeline available to us. And these indeed, I believe, are noble intentions. But there is something to be said about the journey. And it's going to be like the hero's journey. There's going to be roadblocks and challenges and pitfalls and quicksand and obstacles and bad enemies that you have to fight. And I'm just using the game metaphor here, obviously. We need to remember this in our experience as being human, as we're seeking truth, as we're seeking to be the best we can, that it's all part of this experience in duality. We need these experiences. That's why we're here, to enjoy the fullest of what Source is projecting into this experience, this simulation. This is a beautiful Source projected experience. And so every part of it is still Source, still Source. And so I think a way to make the journey easier is for us to be kinder to ourselves during the harder days, harder weeks, harder months. Now, I will admit, when I was in my 20s, I drank a lot. I used to go to alcohol as one of the many vices I went to numb myself, to feel better, to distract myself, to escape, to hide. And so I did that through this instant gratification of a substance that caused all sorts of problems down the line. More pain, not less pain in the long run. And I had a lot of different relationships, and I had a lot of, unfortunately, relationships that ended because of my behavior and my choices. Because when you do tend to go full on and hide behind a vice, an external substance, you hurt people. And so this is what happened in my life. I lost many different relationships. And when I finally met my husband, after a very big period of healing in my life, I was surprised by how supportive he was and non-judgmental when I went to have a drink. And so through that process, for the first time ever, I experienced, instead of criticism and judgment for something I was choosing to do from someone else, I experienced total love and acceptance from my partner. And do you know what that does? That frees you from the program of guilt. Now we have these programs of guilt running. We think they're keeping us in line, but ultimately they keep us enslaved. And we become someone who doesn't really have any choice. We're thrown around by one program, maybe drinking or something else, and the other one, guilt, remorse, regret, from when you drink or do something else. You have this vicious cycle. You are enslaved. And so when someone comes along and fully accepts you, no matter what challenges and choices you're making in your life, you naturally don't go to wanting to berate yourself, because that person sees something beautiful in you. They see through the illusion, the coping mechanisms, and they see the real you, the real multidimensional being, the pure loving awareness that is really you. So that's what happened with me. My husband saw me. He didn't see my behaviors. He didn't see the avatar, the programming that had been built up in my life. And that was still something I was battling at the time. He didn't see any of that. He's just loved me. And I have to admit it, it was such a rarity to find someone so beautiful. I still think he's an angel to this day. But to have that kind of encouragement, support, and acceptance radically changed my approach to how I saw myself. And I began to see myself as someone that was worthy of love, just like he thought I was worthy of love. And he saw me. And so what happens when you start seeing yourself as something worthy of love, someone, you want to be better. You want to shine that love in your life, in all of your behaviors and thoughts and deeds. You no longer want to hide behind vices and feel regret and remorse and guilt every time you mess up. So when someone fully accepts you, warts and all, this is the key to opening the door to your self-acceptance. And so we can do that for ourselves. And that will speed up the trajectory to our spiritual evolution. Fully accepting where we are at this present moment in time, warts and all, will give us the freedom, the sovereignty to choose what step we take next, without any guilt programming running, without any have to programming running, without any you should have done better programming running. Forget about all that. Fully accepting yourself removes all of those layers of programming. So you aren't spending time right down in the lower emotions of guilt and shame anymore, or anger and frustration. When you fully accept yourself, you start to rise up into love. And love heals all wounds indeed. I can attest to that. So this is for anyone who feels setbacks, who feels struggles, who is upset with themselves on this journey, who might go for a drink, or who might have a smoke, or who might enjoy some worldly old habits or behaviors and then feel guilty. This is for you, okay? It's okay. You're not a bad person. You are still a multidimensional being. You are still pure loving awareness. You are not this body. You're not this mind. You're on a journey. And so truly see who you are behind all of these habitual programs that used to run, that are slowly teetering out. And you will see that every twist and turn in the journey is there for your own growth and your own healing. And you can do it with ease, or you can do it with struggle and suffering. So this is about acceptance. Accept where you are. Accept who you are right now. And you will continue to grow and evolve, transform and heal in the flow. So I hope this is encouraging for you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share, and have a beautiful day. See ya.